the level of faith you've had. It's been incredible.
You're my best friend, and
You're mine as well.
I couldn't imagine life without you. But there's obviously two outcomes. We either get engaged or we separate. And if for whatever reason we don't work out and you don't want to engage or we continue in this relationship, I've just come to peace with a lot of things.
I guess that's kind of leads me into where I have the right things because I usually struggle with placing them. Hold my hand to this. Whenever I think tomorrow, you're always there with me. Because the love that you show me is something I never knew I was missing.
Oh my God.
And imagine my coach. You've helped me celebrate my wins and more importantly, reassure me through my life. Somehow you made me feel more loved. It scared me. It scared me because some days you love me more than I love us. As I look at you today, I'm no longer afraid. I see the woman you are. And how you show up for everyone around you. If you love me, I'll show up for you in the same way. I'll be the one to remind you that you're loved. And taken care of, both physically and emotionally. For the last few years, I've had the honor of watching you grow. And each day you grow starts to for you. So, if you are ready, we begin forever.
You're just gonna put it on? You gonna ask me?
Yeah, yes or no? They probably.
Look, why you look so different?
Yeah.
And they gave some of them. They probably knew who it was in there and all.
I'm so surreal right now.
Yeah, because they both funny looking, but they not.
Yeah.
It's finally happened, and I'm so happy that we've been waiting, preparing, and having so many conversations, and it's finally here. This is what happiness, true happiness.
Yeah, I can see it.
I love you so much. I'm so eager and excited to spend the rest of forever with you.
It is the first thing you know.
We begin forever.
She said now what he said we think it forever.
This was truly the one last thing, missing piece for me, and to know that I have such a strong man next to me in this, I feel blessed. I feel just so fortunate.
You're supposed to be crying. Oh my God.
He said we think it forever.
It's such a beautiful moment to look at the other person and realize that they're not going anywhere. You know, it feels that way.
But I love you so much.
He said we think it forever. You said what?
Don't like being vulnerable. But I mean, she did say like what she went through as a kid and stuff. So.
They'll be alright.
Damn, and then she left it paper. I would have kept that and put that on. She left it on the ground.
They had that done that for like dramatic scenes.
Sure of
Bitch, go back and get that paper.
Just how we're
They probably
closing
did.
that chapter here. We got everything out of this experience that we needed to get.
When I be seeing this shit, I be looking like deeper into it. I be looking at like the production. What would they do? What would they do to make this look more, you know?
Dramatic.
Yeah.
It always made me feel like I was special human being.
Bro,
I love her
keep
tremendously.
showing that taco
Since
meat.
I've met somebody, I thought that she was the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
You gotta be covered up in that.
He's smooth. He's smooth. He's smooth with it.
Feeling right now that I could lose
See,
Sandy.
why?
This is a big moment that we've all been anticipating since the second we got here, and now it's here. I'm definitely nervous, but I'm trying just not to think about it too much because then I get in my head and I start to freak myself out. So I'm gonna just be very calm and just have a genuine heart-to-heart conversation with him and see where that leads us.
You look beautiful. Hi.
Hey, honey. Wow.
You look amazing.
Mm-mm.
I got it. You just had a friend.
Had a friend.
Wanted to ride. I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice ride to take.
Oh, now this one will be interesting.
How you doing?
The last couple days have just been a lot of emotions, and I feel way more like peaceful today. It's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
Everybody else said they've been
You know
nervous.
what?
She don't even say
I
it's
have-
peaceful.
A lot of answers and also a lot of questions. So
So,
when we came into this, obviously I gave you the ultimatum. How did you feel about me giving you the ultimatum?
I kind of need a little push. You do want a wife, a family, but I mean, there was some surprise because I didn't know if you really truly even wanted to be with me. There was an initial confusion with kind of the contrast of before we got here and then once we got here, which I mean took a while for me to process because I felt like I hadn't felt it in a while.
Do you think you have a fear of commitment?
Marriage is scary, yeah. How do you know
So
like
what?
how you're gonna feel in 10 years from now? But it's a really beautiful thing, and I think I'm really learning to
She's like a
let
lizard.
go a little bit and trust. I know that this has been a really hard experience for the both of us, especially you. And I've learned so much about myself, so much about you. I think we've
need
experienced
a
a
top
lot of
angle.
really beautiful moments of coming together. And I think that's just like a testament to our relationship and our bond that we can always like talk it out and come back together and show up for each other with so much love. I really love you with all my heart.
As do I.
Like every
Shut up, bitch. You're fucking lying.
I love all of it.
I wanted nothing more.
I
than
can see
come
right
here
through this shit.
and walk away your fiance, plan a marriage with you, and spend our lives together. And
She did. That was not.
never
It wasn't
been
nothing
you,
deep about
more
that. Like,
committed to
he,
the change and the growth that would make me a better partner,
You went
and
basic.
the change and the growth. that
You
I
went
like
basic.
in
You
a
went basic with
relationship.
that.
I'm just so deeply in love with you, and I can't imagine ever looking at another face. I
Oh
can't.
my god. You get.
You know.
Oh
I
god.
can't.
He the simp though. He the simp. He the.
Why did you smile when I said that?
This probably the baddest shit he got.
Oh my God, I hope she don't tell me no. Look at her face.
She is gonna say him though. You know that.
Like, I had a ring in my pocket. What?
She don't want to marry that
I
man.
don't know.
But you have a choice. You're half this relationship.
I do think that there's still some things that we have to work through, and
She don't got no real reason to say no. She's
enough to risk.
It's nice to be with that nigga after the show. That's why their interaction was so awkward. They ain't never been awkward before. Those hugs were cute. They were trying to play it like they
I
don't
don't know,
fuck with each
babe,
other.
it's hard.
who her and
Her and
Jr.
her,
RJ or whatever.
yeah, you saw like how awkward their interaction was.
Yeah.
They were trying to play it like, and that's why she kept telling them like, this is best for you.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yo, you're absolutely right. They probably talked off air,
And
like
If you don't know by now,
pillow talking
I
type
don't
shit.
know how somebody could love you this much and say they can't imagine a life with me. They are growing closer to me. This and this
We
and
both
this,
gonna go there
but
tomorrow,
I'm
and
100%.
we both gonna go over there tomorrow and say
I
no.
deserve to have somebody that's 100%. Don't you want to be 100% about somebody?
Imagine one person say yes, went back on it and say
It
yes.
doesn't sound that way.
maybe yes, it
I
is.
don't think so. I'm sorry. It's like, I feel like every time an opportunity comes up for you to say the things that I need to hear in a relationship, I feel further away.
I know that's right.
Yeah, put your foot down.
I know that's right. But that's what right on her motherfucking name.
I do too. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like it's enough. Came here to get answers. I feel like I got the answer I need. It's not the answer I wanted, but it breaks my heart tremendously.
Sure, I wouldn't either. I came here and I put maybe
Oh
I
my
really gave this my all, and I really,
Don't
really,
walk
What
with
am I doing?
her. Right.
I really put everything into this, and
Yeah, you start feeling
Look, she's not. Look at her, bro.
She was just fucking off on my deal 3 weeks ago. She wasn't- Girl.
I'm
Her shit not even the same, bro.
I want nothing more than to work out a heritage with you.
Because she trying to make like a sad, like, you know, like a,
That's not true.
yeah, like a little pouty face. Baby. A bitch ain't even say nothing after. She didn't even say nothing.
Choice, not judgment.
She didn't even say nothing after. She just said,
Not surprised.
My truth,
Well, yeah.
including all the good things.
Right.
I will stand by that. I
Yes, look
love
of
you
eyes.
with everything in me. I really do, babes.
Just don't know how that's true.
Baby, I love you. The love and
I-
connection
I
between us,
feel
there's no question on that.
oh yeah.
Soul into you over and over and over again, and I continue to feel like an idiot, to be honest with you.
I love you so much. I have nothing but love for you. But there's so much else that goes into a marriage and a life partner. And I do have some concerns and expectations and fears with you.
Telling
okay?
him to get out. What, like, what really?
Honestly. And I hope I do too.
Her telling me to get
Somebody
out.
deserves this.
It's like,
Yeah, I
This one, I
would
don't
let the
think it's you.
experience. Because he wasn't there when nobody was there. After that would have happened, I was like, oh yeah.
I'm sorry,
You
babe.
ain't gonna work
I'm
out.
sorry. I love you.
Have fun playing house for 2 more weeks.
Don't want to hurt you in any way, and I know that I have.
that's crazy, bro.
Look, besides, I know that's right. That is the boss.
I don't think there's any much to talk about. This is too much.
Walk away first. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk
Listen, what are
away.
you babying?
You kind of still have a conversation. I know that's right. Turn around and never look
Me
back.
too.
I'm proud of you.
You better stick beside it, bro.
I was hoping to leave here engaged to Sandy, and I'm leaving her alone.
Shut up.
When I went to go reach my pocket, my heart dropped into my stomach because I could tell that she was fearful. I just don't want to be with somebody that's so afraid to be with me. It's fucking real.
Yo. You gonna find some shit for him. Yeah, you gonna find some shit for him. He will be alright. I can see he about to have, he about to come up on some shit. People, when this kind of stuff happen, yeah, no, for real, cause my next words was, cause when shit happen to people like this, God put somebody right in their life right there. God playing for him. She gonna learn the hard way. She gonna get ran. She still gotta get ran through. she still gotta get ran through before she find out what she wants. Huh? What you say? No, what did you say? Together, what did you say? Happened to you?
Issued the ultimatum, and I have no idea what Arya will say to me today.
What you
I
got?
went to bed feeling
You got
shattered,
ran through?
but I did wake up with
Yo,
hesitation and anxiety.
you got ran
It's
through.
because I know the stakes are extreme.
Yo, you got ran through. No, hell no. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
I think before this process, I just didn't feel like Scotty could see from my point of view ever. It was kind of like these constant fights that are always happening. And I'm feeling very anxious.
Nah, I heard what you said. It was laggy, but I heard it.
And I just have to stay true to myself.
I was trying real hard too. I didn't want to keep saying huh.
This experience has been eye-opening. Discovered that I just have so much more room to grow. Being a better active listener. Something I learned from you is let's find the resolution and move forward together.
They gonna get married?
To truly trust somebody with my heart,
I don't
that's
know.
something I've had a hard time with.
You mean him or
Growing
her?
up, I was always yelled at. Something I appreciated about Caleb was he remains calm.
Nah, I
even
don't
if
think they
he's
gonna get
hard.
married. I think he gonna want to marry
In
Zara.
his presence, I felt safe. And so I just feel like the connection did become deeper emotionally. The way that you rub my hand, it comes.
Yeah, she's ugly.
It also kind of soothes me. It was like I was actually getting to see the real you. And I think it's beautiful.
The qualities that I liked about Caleb is the qualities
Alright,
that
she's
I
not.
wanted
She's
to
not
focus
ugly,
on
but she's not my
those things for
type.
me, I truly do want.
There's something about her that I don't like.
I've seen the growth. I truly think that you had to be in something else to really be better for me. To see you really just be so open in this experience, like it feels like
I'm ready to get married.
I hope Arya sees how
Man, look, the way he had those shades on in the club, I knew that nigga.
I just want Arya to have faith in our relationship.
This is the most self-aware I've ever seen Scotty, but I don't know where Scotty's head is at. And I just know the weight of this decision, it truly is going to make or break our relationship.
I'll even let
Today that
this
will
song.
change the rest of our lives.
I don't think he likes that, like, there's like the man, like, he likes baby and stuff. You're always in some type of reassurance.
he always needs some type of reassurance.
Yeah, remember what you said? You know, what's the name?
Yeah, he like being showered with attention and compliments. Nigga full of it.
Love language.
Nigga, no, the nigga just full of himself. The way he was sitting down, and
Yes, that's true.
he needs this attention. This is his personality.
Purpose.
Yeah, you're right. She don't want to marry me.
I'm anxious.
This nigga just only cares about
I
himself.
issued you an ultimatum for maybe the wrong reasons, maybe initially out of fear. I'm sorry if I didn't give you the reassurance in our relationship that I know you needed. I'm sorry if I didn't love you the way you wanted to be loved. But I hope that I made you feel seen in our trauma match because I really, really tried. I really tried to give you the love that I know I haven't given you in our relationship.
I don't want you to feel like you're always compromising. I'm not. I want to compromise with you, and I want you to see that I compromised to be here. I'm here because I love you, because I know I want to be here.
I know that. I just appreciate you for making it to the end. I know it wasn't easy.
I feel like I should have given you more trust. And I'm sorry for that.
All of the difficulty and doubt that surrounded our relationship, it would have been so easy for one of us to walk away. We're still right here with each other. And I feel like that's our greatest triumph together as a couple.
I hope you know that I stay here for you. Even with my doubts, I truly, truly have always loved you. I hope that like you went through the hurt that I caused you, that you can see that I've grown and that I am able to see where I'm flawed.
I don't doubt you anymore.
Oh my God. I feel like I've just been waiting for you to say those things because I feel like I didn't feel that.
Do you feel it now?
We childish as fuck when we both learn.
Oh my goodness.
What are you thinking about right now?
She ain't feel it though, cause she ain't crying. I need my bitch crying.
How are you feeling?
That's how deep you really in love. They love you.
I don't need, their face too dry. Bitch, you need to be like, your shit need to be streaming. It need to be tears streaming.
This experience has allowed us to enter into a new season in our relationship.
Snot coming out and everything.
In that season, I
More
want to
than
be
her cry because it's
your protector,
Latvia and she's been
your
crying
peace,
for 5 minutes.
I haven't seen anybody cry yet.
and run to
But Caleb,
and not away
that
from.
nigga was crying.
Oh, you
Well, he
know
wasn't
that.
really crying. And
And
you see how white boys
above all else,
cry.
I just want you to know
You
that
know how
I
long
choose you.
that nigga cried for 3 weeks?
Ah, for real. That nigga couldn't. He cried all his emotions out.
Because you are not
That's all
just
gone.
a woman that I want to be with.
He screamed it out.
Be without.
Yes, he cried, stopped, cried.
He did the yeah.
And I truly
That's
want
what he
I truly do.
For real. That's like a factory reset right there.
Yeah. That's why he's growing his eyes and everything. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Nicole the Westbrooks.
Okay, now you doing something right.
Will you marry me?
You doing something right.
Why she taking so long?
Dramatic effect.
I love you so much.
You want that baby on his knee.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
Oh.
I choose you.
That's how it's supposed to be after you get engaged. Some white people are weird.
That shit cringy,
They're making it cringy.
bro. Like somebody looking,
Don't look real.
somebody looking me in my face telling me that. Ugh, my skin is gonna crawl so hard.
If somebody looked at you and told you that they love you,
My skin is gonna crawl. I was like, I might implode.
so you never want to hear I love you.
You can text it.
I know what? You gotta get out of that ASAP. Because what?
I barely even tell my mom I love her. And it feels weird when she say it to me. I know I should. I know I should. I know I should at least say it more to her, but it'd be cringy.
Cringy just makes you uncomfortable because you're growing. You're doing things that you're not familiar with.
But I'm gonna
The more
literally,
you do it, the better.
I'm gonna throw up. I swear, I'm gonna throw up.
So you never told any of your girlfriends you love them?
One though, rarely. I only had one girlfriend, but I told her, but it was like
I will never give up on love. I'm still the hopeless romantic Pisces
Here and
out
there.
there. But I want to start prioritizing myself, making sure that my cup is full so that I can then give to other people.
That's why I said we're literally polar opposites. I don't know how. I'm gonna like, I would make you like want to crawl under a bridge and die.
Finding who I am.
Like I'm a lover girl, bro. Like we get to that point, I say I love you before I pick up the phone every time.
I'm not doing
Getting
that.
my shit
I swear to
rocked.
God,
It,
I'm
like,
not
completely
doing that.
shaking up my life and my relationship. But I've been kind of waiting my whole life to like have that feeling of when you know, and I really think that I owe it to myself to like find that.
Had enough of this chase to convince somebody to love me or just to be with me. I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I know that through this process that there's somebody out there who will surely give me things that I'm craving and that commitment and that validation in the places that feel weak. I just gotta do me now and take this experience and grow from it and, you know, try to move forward.
I don't think that we need to be in an extreme.
He should have been through that already in his
I
life.
mean, I could barely get through the speech, so we need a little bit of time to settle my feelings. Once that's done, first step is being in the same city, which is important, and just living together. But what an engagement and a ring means is
He can get that off his
symbol of
lip.
commitment to each other, and it's going to be important to choose each other every day.
Where is it?
Don't do this again.
here we are.
Thank you, promise. No one else made it.
But this was truly what I needed
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
to sign forever.
And I love you so much.
Nothing but lies from the man that claimed to love me so deeply for 3 years. I hope everyone's ready for honest day.
Me and Nick shared in the same room, not gonna be fun. I'm here today to tell my truth.
I don't have any more questions for Sandy. I saw two people falling for each other. My concerns were real.
An emotional connection developed with Caleb, and I'm ready for the truth to be told. I want to see how he addresses it, and if he's not honest, I'm going to come out with receipts.
I'm definitely feeling a lot of
You fall asleep.
emotions. There are a lot of unanswered questions.
That's why you hung up on me.
Yeah.
This season, 6 ultimatums were
Hung
given.
up to call you
2
back
were
and
left
ask you
unanswered,
that.
2 led to heartbreak, and 2 ended with engagements.
They all came looking to get their answers, and now it's time for you at home to get yours.
Let's get this reunion
What?
started and welcome the cast of season 3 of The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Hi.
Yeah, that. Oh,
Good to see you all.
yeah.
And by the
That
looks
just
on your
is ugly.
faces, we have a lot of catching up to do.
And hopefully, no one runs away before it's over this time.
Speaking of which, both couples who left early were invited to join
Wow,
us
look at them on the
today.
same couch.
But the other one, they're back.
They're back.
This is insane,
Just
bro.
a little bit,
We
and
obviously know what
as to
happened.
Why they really chose to leave. Okay, let's get into this. Let's go ahead and get started with Mariah and Caleb.
It has been a year, and I'm assuming, seeing the ring, you guys are still engaged.
Yes.
Still happily engaged.
Yeah.
What adventures have you guys been up to this past year?
We did a road trip up the West Coast, multiple stops, Tahoe, San Francisco,
We saw all of our family.
Washington. I know, we just want to spread the good news after
Yeah.
surviving.
And be in person.
Yeah, I think we actually have some footage or some pictures of that road trip. Let's take a look.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. I'm on cloud 9 these days. I just feel happy. I feel grateful. This is a whole new era, a whole new chapter of life.
Oh, I love it.
Corn.
Lots of adventures together. Mariah, what's been the most fun or surprising thing that you've learned about Caleb since getting engaged?
Well, I would say something I learned in this past year is that he actually likes to color coordinate outfits with me. And I didn't realize that for the longest time. And then I noticed, like, every now and then we peek around the corner and what are you doing?
Because you can't show up to, like, as if you're going to different parties, you know? It has to make
Bad.
sense.
So Caleb, when is the wedding?
Are you still
So I've connected with chefs, photographers, videographers. We've actually selected an event planner.
And we're hoping for it to be
I'm
a
still up.
destination wedding, summer of
I just wanted to
2026.
make sure we were
Because
still
leaving the
connected.
show, it was a moment to kind of restart. And building from a healthy place is difficult,
I had
and
to
that
turn you
takes a lot
down
of
a
time.
little
And I want to
bit
make
and
sure we're in
like
the right
focus in on my
place
TV
when we
because you
finally
have a
do
little
reach that
headache.
day.
Did you get that perspective just from living it, or was it more so when you were able to watch it back? Does that make sense? Like, what gave you that perspective?
As soon as I left, we had a lot of conversations, like a lot. I mean, I don't think I was as good of a listener prior to the show, but leaving, I definitely had to take accountability for my actions and really take note of who I've become in this. Because I'm thinking I'm showing up as my best, but slowly my best is getting lower and lower. And it's not to the same degree that I would want to hold myself to.
Caleb, you were already.
Why is she feeling some type of way? This was a year ago.
Have you reached out to each other for support or for
They're not
any
together no
communication
more.
throughout this?
Look how far apart they are.
Yeah, but were you not looking at my stories, liking my stories
And I also watch Zaina's stories.
for a whole like week and a half? And liking? And you're out here lurking on my page, liking my stuff.
She is messy as fuck.
And then, yes. And then I was unblocked. I don't believe you at all.
Okay.
I think you're capping right now. Like you're giving off mixed signals if you're engaged and happy. The way you guys act sometimes to me is fake. Throughout the process, I feel like you guys were not genuine and gave Mariah, wait, let me finish. I don't know if you also told Mariah the truth about stuff, I don't know. But Mariah, even in our experience, you're out here calling him every night. Every night. You guys are talking on the phone for 2 hours in the bathroom. To me, looks like you don't trust him. I don't know if maybe that has changed.
Oh
but
my
I don't
God.
feel like it was genuine in the actual experience.
Can I just pause you? There's just so much that was just said. The whole blocking, not blocking, watching your stories. That is news to me, first and foremost, and
I have screenshot. I say that.
Oh my God.
I think you need to be honest because watching the season back was incredibly emotional, and you did not admit to having an emotional connection to Arya, so I completely felt blindsided. Arya's saying one thing, you're saying you had a grand time, it was great. It did not make sense, and I knew it. And to see Scotty's reaction as well, I almost wish I was more angry at that time versus being so reserved and taking everything for face value.
One thing Arya can never say is that I wasn't 1000% honest with her. I said, hey, I like this girl. Hey, I think we're developing an emotional connection. I made it a point to be like, hey, I don't want to have to explain it to you later. You were upset about the handholding. You were upset about the emotional connection. And so you were able to be 100 about whether anything that I did would affect you saying yes or no. I think what Mariah was wanting was validation of what she was feeling. Because it kind of hurt me to watch because I know that some of the things that maybe you were dismissing for her, Arya told me the truth about. We all have to take accountability in this experience.
First and foremost, I knew what I was getting into. I'm adult, I'm mature, I can handle any conversation, even if it's a hard truth. We're in our trial marriage, you dismiss me. And then a year, this past year, I'm wanting to communicate, and still you didn't admit to anything, it's a friendship, it was platonic, Mariah trusts me, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm watching it, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Caleb? Like, are you fucking kidding me? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. It's upsetting, and it really hurt me. I cannot express enough how much it hurt me. I was not okay. I was really not okay.
My mistake on this was thinking that if I didn't allow a romantic connection to develop, then I wasn't crossing any boundaries. But to speak to it, I mean, you had asked multiple times, if there's an emotional connection, tell me. And I was like, it's not coming out, it's not happening. And I was trying to convince myself, but even watching it back, I mean, both of you are completely correct in that there was an emotional connection. I should have been more transparent. I should have been forthcoming with that.
I get it. Like, none of us are perfect up here. None of us. I could tell, like, even on our dates or engagement.
He look like, what?
You're not perfect or whatever. He was different. He was putting Mariah first.
Well, let me just say this. I don't think there's any question about this man.
I want to say something.
And that's just my personal opinion. So now let's move on to our other engaged couple, Arya and Scotty.
Last time we saw you guys, Arya, Scotty was down on one knee proposing, and to the surprise of many, at that moment, you said yes.
I did.
Where do things stand with you guys today?
That's like low curly face.
Emotional moment because I feel like with Scotty and I
I really didn't get reassurance in the relationship before coming into the experience. So to get that everything I've ever wanted, that I wanted him to say in those 3 years of us being together, I did act in emotion. I did. But we're not engaged anymore. And
I knew that wasn't gonna last.
I realized I made a mistake.
They don't even look like a good
Pretty
match.
fast after, I just was like, hey, everything I just
She
too
looked like
fast.
she should be
I
with a
get
darker
that we
skinned
did this,
man.
and I'm sorry. Can we start over? Can we do a foundational thing? Can we live together? And he was very understanding, and I appreciated that so much. So we did end up moving in together. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, and I just feel like our biggest issue continued to go on, and it's just the way that we have conflict.
To back up really quickly, Aria, you said yes because you had heard all of the things that you wanted to hear from Scotty in the last few years of you dating, but that you realized very quickly that you made a mistake. When did you break off the engagement?
A day later.
A day later?
After the proposal?
It just was happening too fast. We started to being like, oh, tell your family, call your family, and I didn't want to.
So to be clear, you called off the engagement the day after the proposal, but then you all continued to still see each other.
We continued to see each other and work through our things. Maybe you can talk a little bit if you want to, but I don't feel like it was bad in the beginning. We were actually moving towards something that I wanted, and I thought he wanted, but we started to go back into our old ways, and he agreed, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna do couples therapy. I do not want to feel like I'm nagging you all the time, and I felt like I was nagging him for a whole year, and I don't know if you thought I was bluffing, but I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if we don't do therapy, I'm done. And he thought, I don't know if he thought I was joking, but I wasn't joking. And so, yeah, I'm not trying to hurt you anymore, but you don't love me the way I want to be loved.
He loves himself too much. Like, you can't love yourself too much, but you know what I mean.
I feel like when I got down on one knee and proposed to Aria, I made a mistake, but the mistake wasn't proposing to her. I think it was telling her all of that in that moment and knowing that there's a slight chance like that she can make an emotional decision. I just wanted to show her after how excruciating the experience was that I'm always going to love her and I'm always going to be there for her. We did end up going to therapy. I think the problem was it just wasn't on her time. And I feel like because
a year later, you want to do it, literally, we had a whole year. So I just feel like you're giving off a lot of excuses and you're not taking accountability, which is the thing that I feel like is the hardest thing for you to take. And just say, I'm sorry for taking so long. But I always have to ask you. I always have to ask you to say sorry to me. I have to ask and ask, and I'm tired of it.
I hate the way our voice gets.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for not doing that sooner. I feel like there's so much context missing. Like, there was so many things that happened in our relationship from the time that...
Are you going to tell them, or are you just going to say there's so many things?
He just sitting there playing with her.
I don't think it's my place to tell.
He's too grown for that. He's too grown for
So a
that.
lot of hard things happened. Like, my grandma passed away, and she's like my best friend. So that was really hard, and I ended up having a miscarriage. So I just a lot of emotionally, like, I'm not just giving up on her
Cool.
because I don't care.
You see the way what's her name raises his eyebrows?
I'm emotionally exhausted.
Can I say something?
That probably is.
Thank you for opening up on something
You
extremely
don't know that.
between your grandmother and your
It
miscarriage.
did look like miscarriage.
Yeah.
I know that probably wasn't extremely easy for you.
He said,
And I don't want to think that it's
Yeah, he even said it.
You like depict me is like, I just gave up on you. I didn't just give up. I got tired.
I just feel like I tried so hard. Like,
I told you,
everything that I wanted to do, I did. I moved back to San Francisco and I didn't want to.
Waited
I got
for
us an
me for the
apartment.
whole
You did
year.
try. You did.
You
And I'm
gave
not
up
saying
on
that. I'm not discrediting you on that.
you both have a lot of love for each other. And that is, you could see that, you could feel that sitting there. I'm noticing that you are aware of Arya's needs, but there seems to be a disconnect between knowing what she needs and giving her what she needs.
I think you're right. I just feel like it's sort of demoralizing to go and try to give someone everything they want, and still what you're giving isn't good enough.
Zane, I'm curious to get your reaction. Obviously, you and Scotty got to know each
But
other during your trial.
I just got to say, because you ain't giving her shit.
And observations as you watched Arya say yes
barely
to
give
this
you the
proposal.
bare
It was
minimum.
a bit of a surprise, not gonna lie. You know that Scotty has a hard time with rejection, and you owned up to that. And I feel like in that moment, you just didn't want to reject him. It's just so hard when there's so many emotions involved.
Yeah, you know, I think what's hard is just like watching that proposal back. Like there was like a split second where I think she paused and was thinking, like, am I ready to say yes? Am I ready to do this? If you've really experienced true love before, you will probably also experience real heartbreak, and she definitely broke my heart, like for sure. Like shattered. And
Broke your own heart.
I just know
Nigga, she just hurt your
never want to
ego.
experience this kind of heartbreak again.
Yeah.
Do you have any expectation or desire to see the two of you get back together?
I really do pray that this is not the end of our story, but right now, both of us being
He
single
just
is probably
playing with
the
that
best
girl.
thing.
Well, I want to thank all of you for
Oh,
sharing
you got
straight,
evil
true,
eyes.
honest,
He
raw
has
feelings
evil
and
eyes, he has an
being
evil
very
soul.
It's them shades. He know he, but he put the shades on over the eyes. That's why he had the shades on. He knew that.
It's about that time. The ultimatum is a true test in this season as you all try to navigate its challenges. There seems to be one thing that always helped. Sometimes if things could work out, you just needed to work out. Let's take a look at this. This season we build lasting connections. And lean muscles. Sometimes it was easier to set your squat form than a wedding date.
They're like, oh, but marriage, ooh.
Oh, marriage? Like, that's not what I said. Working out help burn more calories.
Okay.
While you were running from commitment.
That is all.
Because sometimes counting calories
7.94. 4-ounce salmon, ground beef, rice, veggies.
was easier than counting on your partner.
We've been doing this for 2.5 years. Like, I can only take so much.
They're laughing at it now.
Now let's move on to a couple who decided to go their separate ways. He's our fitness king, and she's our toxic positivity queen. JR and Zaina. What's up, guys?
Hi. How are you? We put you guys on polar opposites of the couch.
Great.
So, JR, what's happened with you guys since the last time we saw you when you didn't get engaged?
Yeah, so shortly after the ultimatum, we moved out and went our separate ways. We got separate places. I told her I needed time to process things. And she wanted to go back to what we were doing and ignore the whole experience and get back together. And she was upset that we didn't spend Christmas together.
We did spend Christmas together. What are you talking about?
We did, I know, but you were mad that we didn't get gifts and go
I
through
got
the
you a
entire
gift,
bit.
and
Okay.
you got me a gift 3 days later, because you felt bad.
Right, yeah, because we were broken up, right? And you
okay.
didn't come to that realization, like, we're not together. I feel like if we really want to realize what we want out of our relationship, we do need to take this time apart. And I think you were upset about that. We even had a real conversation one time.
She got her ass and shit out. You see the way her eyes
talking
twitch.
to the opposite sex. And I said, if you
She
want
laughing
to
at
find
him.
somebody during this period, then so be it. And this just means that we weren't meant to be together.
Do y'all want the truth or
Well, it
not?
sounds like you have a slightly different perspective.
Yeah,
There you go.
100%. So, yes, we did move out. We moved across the street from each other, and we were still broken up, but we were still talking on the phone 2 o'clock in the morning. We were still seeing each other. We celebrated
They were
his
still
birthday.
fucking.
I know I did that whole, like, ooh, happy early birthday in case
saying.
we're not together.
Seeing
Like,
each other.
you got a massage at the Ritz-Carlton and a steak dinner, okay, for your birthday. After that, we
Did I
spent
ask for you to do
Thanksgiving together.
We literally went to Soho House for Thanksgiving together.
Then you were asking for all that, and I said we need time apart to really process
can I
things.
finish? Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, finish.
We were in this like gray area, and then I asked, I'm like, what are we doing? Are we single? Are we together? How would you describe it? And he was just like, you know what, I need time to process what happened on the show, and I don't think I can be in a relationship right now. So naturally, I was really confused, and he refused to give me any type of closure. I would ask, okay, during this break, are we dating other people? That's a valid question to ask. That is asking for clarity. That is not being controlling. That is asking for clarity.
What did I say?
And you kept trying to say, why are you controlling?
Because you said we should not be talking to other people. During this, I want to make this clear.
No.
We're not talking to other people. I said this is very manipulative.
No, it's not. Because at the very beginning of the year,
I didn't say that was pushing me further away because you're trying to manipulate the situation.
At the top of the year, and you said no. Then when you followed up with, I think we should take this break seriously.
I have text proof.
Oh, whatever. I do too.
I have the books that you wrote to me.
I'm literally asking for clarity.
Off that way.
I know, because you always take everything that I had to say and spin it in the whole JR.
That man is too old for this.
Not a lie.
I was left distraught. Like, I was so confused. I just wanted some answers. And then for my birthday, he asked me if I would be open to dinner. Canceled the night of and never rescheduled.
Okay, because I was sick.
With that whole birthday thing, I was just like, you know what? I need to start prioritizing and choosing myself. And I was so intentional about healing, where I wanted to heal to the point where if my future husband, a real man, walks through that door, I won't be using yesterday's pain as today's perspective, and I will open my heart to love that man. But I honestly did not respect the fact that he refused to give closure to a 3-year relationship. If you truly did love me, and I question that to this very day.
Well, Jerry, I'm gonna ask you, after you left the experience, in your mind, were you guys...
That was it. I took the experience for what it was, and I told her after that decision, we are really broken up. And she did not want to take that at face value. So listen, I have a lot of love for Zayna. I don't know where all this hostility is coming from. I talked to her whenever she called on me. There's no time where I shut her out and was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like I said, Zayna, I need time to process things. So I haven't given her closure because I'm still processing things.
To this day, are you still processing?
We never put a timeline on closure. I've been working on myself. I've been on a journey of self. And she's asked me for, where are we, where is this? I'm like, I'm not at a place right now where I can speak on our relationship. I still need time. Even to today, yes. I'm still processing things. That was a lot that we went through.
How was it seeing her here today? What's that bring up for you?
You know, like I said, like, she was the best girlfriend I've ever had. She looks gorgeous. I have a lot of love to this day. I have a lot of love for her. Like, she's killing it right now. I do pay attention to her socials. And I see that she's killing it at life, and I'm so happy for her.
Now that I'm not delusionally in love anymore, I can see the red flags. I can see the signs. I truly feel like to this day, you had no intention of ever proposing.
I don't even think you believe that, but okay.
You have no idea. I 100% believe that. Even before watching back everything, which solidified my thoughts about you.
So you don't think I've ever loved you?
I think you were checked out the last year of our relationship. A day before we started the experience, I got DMs from a woman with screenshots of her and JR's conversation with him flirting with her. And he tried to gaslight me by saying that it was Photoshop. And it wasn't Photoshop. I'm not stupid.
I owned up to it.
Why would you do the same exact thing that you were upset that your ex-wife did?
I owned up to it. The messages were Photoshop.
That was a form of cheating. That was 24 hours before we started this experience, y'all. And I feel like that was God showing me, Zay, red flag, run for the hills.
Jared, let me ask you, before coming here today, was there any part of you that saw yourself getting back together with Zayna?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I obviously that door seems shut now, but I was like, I'm still processing things. It could still be a possibility down the line.
So then, is the door fully closed on your relationship with
Yes,
JR?
absolutely. Like, the version of JR that I thought I knew is not who I see today, saw during the whole experience. Like, you are a liar.
Lied about what?
You're a con artist. Everything that you said about your trial marriage with Sandy was a complete
I'm a
lie
con
to me.
artist?
Yes.
How?
I don't know who you are.
How?
You
Explain,
literally
please.
told me you guys kissed twice. Sandy initiated it. Nothing was going on. I wasn't that into her. I'm not that attractive. Like, you said all of these things, and I had to sit and watch it back, and it's the complete opposite. Nick reached out to have a conversation a couple weeks back, and we were talking about it, and he's like, you know, saying, I think they may have fucked.
Yeah, Nick reached out the
No,
first
we
week.
didn't.
We
We
didn't
did
fuck.
not.
And
you
I
know,
was
and
like,
you
honestly,
know we didn't, Nick.
honestly, Nick, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
What?
I am so emotionally
Jesus.
removed from it that I would not care. It would just add to the list of reasons as to why I am over that relationship with JR, and I'm glad I'm no longer in it.
Okay, Zaina.
I think that, and I'm just to clarify that, the thought was there. And now watching it back, the passion between the two of you, if I wasn't there and Jay wasn't there, you guys, like, naturally that's where it would have progressed. It's not as if you guys were just like, you know, it was hot and it was above my head.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean above my head, like, physically. I don't know if everybody quite understands that they lived above me. I didn't want to know that. I didn't try to know that. I was walked out into an interview, sat down and looked up, and there they are. And it was just like, wonderful neighbors. Like, this is great.
To be clear, there's suggestions that you guys maybe did more than kiss a couple times. You're saying that absolutely is not
No,
true.
it did not happen.
Nothing transpired past a kiss. Like,
And I
that,
forgot.
Why they
about
still
that.
lying?
that
I
is sex
swear,
of
It's my thing.
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
I think you guys
Like,
are into each other.
no.
Who's counting? Should you
It's
count?
just like,
I
it's
think
like
we should.
you guys were into each other and you were exploring it. I have
And you downplayed it completely. And please do not sit here and lie to my face and in front of everyone that you did not downplay your connection with Sandy. It made it seem like she was the one that was coming on to you.
I said she initiated the second kiss, and that's on camera.
They were
That
very
is
afraid to
stuff
tell the
up.
truth. I
And
get it.
it's okay
Listen,
to tell
Jada, I
the
understand
truth.
you're hurt. It's okay.
I actually am so
Well, let's not.
over you that
Listen,
it's like
listen,
I just want to clarify
I understand why
everything.
you're upset, especially after seeing back the footage. Like, I get it, and I apologize that I made you feel that way. I will say 1,000 times that I came into this
Shut up.
experience wanting to get the most out of it.
You swing it. You'll swing it. You'll swing at a bitch for talking under her
And
breath.
then treat our marriage like a real marriage,
I
which
would
we
have
did.
checked this.
And I got
What
the
you
answer
say?
that I needed.
Speak up. I didn't hear
So
you.
Sandy, I want to ask you, because obviously from us watching, it seemed like there was genuine, pretty electric chemistry happening between the two of you in your 3-week trial marriage.
That's
So
what you want to say. Say it
walk
loud.
us through what was happening behind closed doors.
like, this is just a lot. It's honestly, like, JR and I, we had flirty chemistry from the start. That's very clear, okay? I came into this feeling extremely neglected and
Oh my God, girl, shut the fuck
and
up.
unseen in my relationship with Nick,
Yeah,
and
she
like
was crying
a
again.
lot of really heavy conversations and
You felt
arguments and
extremely
coming in
neglected over a
here.
nigga that was
So it was kind of
obsessed
just like,
with you.
okay,
That makes no
let's
sense
just have
at
some
all.
fun and, you know, let's see what else is here. And I think that's why it comes off as just like a bit unserious. And we did have a connection. I'm not denying that. Physical touch is both of our love languages, and I think it wasn't, I don't know about Dana, but I know it wasn't for Nick. So that was something in my relationship that it was a challenge. And so I think that was something that him and I, we felt comfortable giving each other that reassurance, shoulder rub, you know, hand, whatever. But it was a physical, fun, flirty dynamic. And yes, we did kiss, but nothing transpired past a kiss. But there was so much more that unfortunately you guys don't get to see. But it is honestly, it's
They so
a
stupid.
little
I would have
unsettling to me, and I can't imagine how it makes Nick and Zayna feel.
Completely
Looking at me,
Yeah,
like I was
so
watching a movie or
this is
something.
a detached
They
house,
acting
so
like
weird.
they
But
want to
the one thing I
I
will
think a large
say,
part of our dynamic,
but I will
that was
say
such a small bird.
One thing
Why are they still
that
lying is
which
my
the
thing.
two of you would have done was to be transparent.
Nobody
and honest.
cares,
And
like-
during girls' night, you falsely reassured me when I didn't even ask for it, and it's like a complete lie. So why reassure me saying nothing's going on? It's like we're not even dating if that's not the truth.
I understand.
You should have just
that.
said nothing at all.
You're right, I should have. And the thing that I can own up to at the girls' night is giving you too much reassurance that, like, nothing's going on. But he loves you. He would talk so highly about you and how much he loves and adores you. Behind closed doors, JR and I were talking about Nick and Zaina. Like, we really were diving into the depths of our relationship, helping each other as friends.
JR said it that guys did it, he didn't know what he was going to do, which is fair.
Oh,
And I
multiple
did it, I
times.
didn't know.
They just sound so
I don't have an issue with
ridiculous.
anybody. Honestly, I was just watching two people fall very deeply for each other. It just so happened to be my ex-girlfriend, who I was very
I would
deeply
be-
in love with at one point.
And behind
It's
closed doors,
really
JR
hard to
was
watch.
downplaying.
After a while,
our
I just
shit.
shut up because I'm not about to keep going back and forth with people that's obviously
The
lying.
decision on whether or not I was leaving with Sandy, Zaina, or myself.
Well, one mystery left unsolved this season from Boys Night was who told Scotty that JR was here for a hall pass?
It doesn't matter.
Does it matter to you? Scotty to you? Zaina to you?
Yes, it does. Okay. Do either of you have your phones?
What do you need a phone for?
I have text message proof. I have a chip on my nail.
Oh, damn, girl.
I have a chip on my nail.
Let me see.
What? It's literally a chip.
Oh, that's actually like a QR code?
So I just have to do
This
this.
is what I'm talking about.
You know you're old when this.
And then boom. And there's a folder called receipts. So, oh my god.
A receipt folder on a QR code on the
On
back
a
of the
nail.
Thank you for my nails. We're going to check the receipts over here because I just wanted to clear the air with that because I feel like this was JR's ploy to ruin our child marriage, Scotty, and get into your head.
This is from Zaina. Did Scotty tell you what Arya said? She was breaking down crying because guys are treating this like a hall pass and not talking about Nick. I'm like, the only other person is JR. And then JR says, what the fuck? How am I getting dragged into this? I'm literally on film saying, that's not what I wanted. Then you say, he's not trying to stir the pot. He was trying to decipher what the fuck Arya was talking about. He wasn't speaking badly about you.
That states clearly that Scotty was not talking shit about you. So why would you bring that heat to guys' night knowing that the conversation stemmed with Arya?
But how would that make you feel if you received a text like that?
Let's take a
You ain't gonna
quick
take
look back
accountability.
at some
So
unseen clips of just how you
he's just gonna
spent
keep
dating a
dancing
week.
around
Take a
it.
look.
I'm attracted to different people. I am open to dibbling, dabbling in a different relationship.
Yeah.
Ain't no cameras in the room, like, what's the way? You gotta experience what it's like to be married, right? I'm not seeking, like, sex out of this experience, but I do like challenges.
Like, I'm okay with cuddling, I like being the little spoon and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna, like, have sex with you.
But I like the foot thing.
Oh.
So we get that far. Obviously, I have a high sex drive. Well, no, you don't know that, but that's like a real I like a good blowjob with the vibrator. You making me salmon?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it dry or is it juicy?
No, it's nice and moist. Nice and juicy.
Like you?
Okay.
Like who the hell knows what can happen in 3 weeks? I can get you pregnant or something.
Oh my fucking god, this nigga's a monster.
What does that mean?
Yo, this nigga be talking crazy. Look at Zaina face.
Have you watched other seasons though?
I didn't watch none of the seasons.
I like season 1 though, like Jake, Zay, Randall, like I'm trying to be on that vibe. Every 3 weeks, I got the whole cuz.
Oh shit.
What do you have to say for yourself?
You got here for a whole pass at the fact that.
Wow.
Was that insensitive or no? You are so gross.
That nigga's still not like
I think The thing is with you, JR, like, you leave with that stuff a lot of the times, and it's funny jokes, but it's like they can obviously come off the wrong way. And I do see where, like, Nick was uncomfortable with me matching up with other people because it's like that's what they're seeing outwardly. Like, you know me and you know my heart. And it's hurtful to hear you talk about things where it's like, you know, saying you want to give it a try, no strings attached, or like,
she cried.
It's like, this is a one-night stand. It's like, just little things like that. I know you have so much more to say, but it's just hard to like,
she cried every time she get exposed about something or something
It was one-sided.
Well, she didn't even cry over Nick, bro.
She
did it.
Crying over this
I was going on being flirtatious.
For sure.
I mean,
That's
don't know how to air shit out. I'm like,
here's the thing. Internally, there's so much more, and that's not it. I would never match up with you if that's all that I was getting. Are you kidding me?
All right, wait, JR. When you said I'm here on that vibe, I'm here for a hall pass.
I was taking out of context. I'm not here for a fucking.
Context is your word of the
Come here. I'll just break up with your ass and get a girl back in LA. Like, why?
We should have broken up. We honestly, really should have broken up.
Damn.
No, when I say the ultimatum saved me from making the worst decision of my life, I am so grateful for this show.
Yeah, she got a lot of roses in her neck.
Well, it's a good thing you came here and saw each other's true colors. Switching gears, a large part of all of your time here, you guys, was affected by two couples who decided to leave the experience early. One of those couples has decided to join us today.
The couple who went from marry or move on to marry, move on, and move out, Vanessa and Dave. Welcome.
Hi, Lydia.
So
Good
good.
to see everyone again.
So when was the last time you saw everyone?
Yeah.
Where you at? You haven't
Actually,
reconnected.
we've seen Mariah and Caleb since then.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, welcome back. Before we dive into why you guys left, let's take a look back at your short but very impactful time with us. Check it out.
He wants to get married, but the timeline is non-existent.
I mean, there's a very high likelihood that I connect with somebody during the dating week. When I was single, I was definitely very smooth, just a lot of humor.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
Hey, just a charismatic talker. You're from LA, right?
Orange County.
Orange County. Oh, yeah, it's hot there in the summer.
Yeah.
Who is the person I had the least chemistry with? I'd say Dave.
Ouch. Do I need to explore a connection with somebody new? Is that really necessary? Like, wait, 3 more weeks? Do I need 4 more weeks? You're excited for it.
Yeah.
Every time I hang out with you, I'm like, oh.
I'm being shown a lot of qualities that I really like.
That I don't have.
You deserve someone who's like weird and cool.
The way that like your mouth moves and your eyes move when you deliver information to me, like
You like my face?
I like your face.
Okay.
Maybe I can't be here. This is too much.
Vanessa packed up her things and left. There was no goodbye. Dave may have been threatened, I don't know. But Vanessa got her stuff out and she's gone.
Well, let's get into it. Vanessa, it is the burning question. Why did you decide to leave?
Well, I mean, there were a lot of reasons why I decided to leave. Nick, you are probably expecting some kind of resolution or some kind of answer out of this today, and well, you did text me 2 days ago asking, so
I was curious if you
you're
were
shaking
coming.
your head no.
No, I said I was curious if you were coming.
But you said that it would help clear things up for you.
I thought it would just help clear things up in general.
Shut up,
But you
nigga.
said specifically for you, so.
I think it said specifically, I think it would clear things up.
He did better not to say
Let's
nothing.
clear it up.
Maybe for me. Sure, for me as well.
So, during our time together, I think that there was genuinely a friendship and somewhat of a bond in the beginning during the dating week, and then once we moved in, it felt like a light switch went off, and there were just things that made me feel really uncomfortable
a lot of that didn't make it into the show, and conversations that you and I had that you actually pulled me outside or into the room where there weren't mics and cameras. And it's not my dirty laundry to air. Everyone has trauma, but the difference is I don't feel like you have accepted that you still have a lot of work to do to work through your trauma. And it became very clear to me that there was just not a learning opportunity in the situation living with you.
Can you elaborate on anything?
Some of it's very personal, so.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I was very affected when I found out about Sandy and JR, and I reacted very poorly. I went to a very dark state. I started drinking a lot. Vanessa was trying to be supportive. I was shutting her down. I was pretty rude, I would say. I was cold. I felt very unsafe and scared, and I know that she was trying to help, but I was trying to run away from everything at that point. There was a really easy experience in the beginning with Vanessa and I that probably created a sense of safety from me that hadn't been developed on her end yet. And I probably opened up a little too much of what was going on with me too soon. Like, that was a lot. I just felt like I did try to hold space for you really well when you were going through it, and I felt like, it was tough for me because I was going through something and I didn't really know what to do.
You spiraled. I tried to comfort you and be a listener and just take it all in, and also I even specifically asked you, like, do you want advice? Do you want me to just be a sounding board for you and like hold space for you? Because I'm happy to do that too. And you weren't very receptive of what I was giving, even though I asked you first. You were just pretty like ugly, and that was the first day living with you. It was like I rode 15 roller coasters that day with you, and I don't know anyone that would have wanted to stay in that.
Damn.
Exactly like how I feel in the relationship. Like the fact that you experienced that in one day, you had described it
And
perfectly.
I could see that through watching.
Then I've been
back.
This
Yeah.
is what we've been going
That still don't
through
take away
for
that she
2-3
still piece of
years.
shit.
And it's really difficult because you're such a beautiful person, and I love you so much. But your demons get in the way. You can feel that.
You even lied about things like, one of the biggest reasons why I connected with you was because you told me that you were homeschooled. Because I was homeschooled, and like.
I was homeschooled. What are you talking about?
For one semester though, like that's so different.
A year. It was a year of my life. What? This is also. I'm not. I genuinely don't really know. I understand why you left, and I'm sorry for that day that I made you feel uncomfortable. You discounting us having genuine conversations and connecting about stuff that we both had a lot of fears around, and made each other feel supported. And I had your back that night when you were freaking out about Dave. I held space for you. You were crying all night about Dave. I said, you're gonna be okay. He loves you. He supports you. I got you. He's not going anywhere. You were literally inconsolable. You're crying. I need Dave. I need Dave.
Point?
What do you mean, what's my point? You're making it seem
He's
as if
saying like he was there for you when you were going through it, and then
I'm
he was
some,
going through it.
Yes,
But I was also there for you when you were going through it.
until it was too much. It was too much, and I
Because
understand
it
that.
is too much. It's not fair. You
Okay,
should have.
so it wasn't fair from her.
You should have put her in that
But
position.
Nick, the difference is so clear. When I was there for you, you lashed back at me. When you were there for me, I was actually receiving that. So do you see the difference or not?
Sorry, I was really
Sure.
Hey, we both of us be getting worked up.
With the questions that are being asked. There's clearly a lot of unresolved feelings, so.
Feelings? No. There's a lot of, there's facts and fiction here. Like, I think whatever makes you feel good about it and move forward happily is the most important part.
Yeah, she is trying to downplay it, remember?
He also knew that day that we fought, the entire day I was extremely perturbed about him, like turning it back around on me whenever the cameras were rolling.
But you didn't feel like you needed to say goodbye?
Girl, shut up. That's why I said reunions.
Not really.
We've known that for like 3 hours.
Like, I don't owe him anything.
So Dave, when Vanessa called this off, was this her
Shut up.
initiating it, or
You're being
were you also
addicted.
seeing what was happening between her and Nick and feeling like you wanted to pull the plug?
No. Just felt like the experience was unnecessary at a certain point. I had discovered a lot about myself. I know this is my person. I'm good to go now. Like, if Vanessa wants to stay, I think at one of the cocktail parties, she's like, I'm getting a lot out of this experience. I'd like to stay. We continue.
So nothing of Nick threatened you in your relationship?
No. Like, I had already kind of figured out.
Everybody be shitting on me.
Yeah, he's lying. That's what I'm saying.
Made a
I'm
decision
so
to
glad
leave.
for him. I didn't want to feel
That was best for you. But you have to also recognize that it did have a lasting impact on other people's experiences throughout this.
Yeah, I will just say, like, I think in the moment, because I know I said, so when I was upset when you left Nick, because, it's like, you know, we all sign up for this, we know what the thing is, and then we're already in the process, and then you leaving, it did impact then Dave left, and then Micah and Chanel. So it does have a domino effect, and it's touched the
I can
rest
tell
of
she's
us.
dumb.
I don't blame you for leaving.
Like, why is she
It
trying to,
impacted the
like,
dynamic
not
of
the
all of us,
host?
and it was hard, and
Like,
it
this
was
has nothing to
obviously
do
really
with
hard for Nick to
Shut
do by
up.
himself, you know?
It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you both. Oh.
Really?
No, it was the worst thing I ever went through, and now I'm in a great place.
Do you feel like you, Vanessa, got your ultimatum question answered by Dave?
I do. I think that it opened up a lot of dialogue between us that we weren't really having before. So it did help us progress in many different ways.
Like she said, I think we talked about a lot of things that helped us get to a new level after the show, because we came out of that just like a rocket. Like, we wanted to talk about kids, we wanted to talk about the future a lot more than we ever had.
Yeah.
So I think it was very enlightening for both of us to see that we were aligned as we talked about things that were like 5-10 years down the road, which was awesome. I'm still 100% wanting to marry Vanessa, and that is the clear next step.
I just heard Dave said that a proposal might be coming soon,
Yeah.
so.
But we aren't there yet, right? No proposals.
He didn't take me ring shopping.
Yeah, we've done things. You can come next time.
He won't say it, but I
I
will.
don't need to be there.
You went ring shopping.
I just have one thing to say. Is there was something very untrue on the show. Was that Vanessa farts and I don't like it.
Glad we cleared that up.
don't not like it. It's just they are disgustingly smelly.
Stop, can we get going on? We have
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out.
Well, thank
Appreciate
you guys so
yeah.
much for coming,
Thank you.
and we wish you all the best.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Sandy and Nick.
Nick, what happened between the two of you after the experience ended?
Basically, the way it unfolded was I wasn't ready to ask Sandy to marry me. It wasn't going to happen at that point. So at the end, where you see me going like this, I was not going for a ring. I was going for a piece of paper. Her visceral reaction to me going to that movement, I saw how removed she was from me. I could just tell that was it. And then I begged and pleaded, please, let's figure this out. She agreed, and I agreed that I needed to get some help. I was drinking a lot, and that's scary for me because, you know, it's been something that I've had to really look at this year. I went to recovery, Sandy took me there, and then she decided a week into that she didn't want to do that, and she went on a trip, and she's been.
Once it happened at one time, that's all you need.
It's like, you can't control it. Once you fall in love with somebody, you gotta be 1,000% vulnerable. And I mean, it's bad and it's scary, but that's a possibility that something like that could happen. Something really good could also happen, so it's just, if you're willing to take that chance or not.
Alright, I'm back. You can hear me? Or you got me muted?
Yeah, just watching videos waiting for you. I'm at 46, 45, and I'm gonna go back a little bit because you walked out. Let's just go to 46.
No, I'm gonna go back to like 42, 42:10.
Okay. Alright, I'm there when you're ready. You said 42:10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
You were crying all night about Dave. I said, you're gonna be okay. He loves you. He supports you. I got you. He's not going anywhere. You were literally inconsolable. You're crying. I need Dave. I need Dave.
Point?
What do you mean what's my point? You're making it seem
You're
as if
saying like he was there for you when you were going through it, and then when you were going through it.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
I was also there for you when you were going through it.
until until it was too much. It was too much. And I
Because
understand
it is
that.
too much. It's not fair. You
Okay,
should
so it wasn't fair from her to
You
do that to
shouldn't
me either.
put people in that position.
But Nick, the difference is so clear. When I was there for you, you lashed back at me. When you were there for me, I was actually receiving that. So do you see the difference or not?
You don't fucking want to kill yourself.
I feel like we're all shitting on Nick a little bit too much right
Well,
now.
those are the questions that.
Yeah, I'm happy Scotty said something.
Period. Right. That would have been good right now.
There's clearly a lot of unresolved feelings, so.
Feelings? No. There's a lot of, there's facts and fiction here. Like, I think
I really, come out here and be a
happily is the most important part.
Vanessa,
We finna get some hugs. You'll be alright.
I mean, he also knew that day that we fought, the entire day, that I was extremely perturbed about him, like, turning it back around on me whenever the cameras were rolling.
You didn't feel like you needed to say that.
Not really.
We've known him for like 3 hours.
Like, I don't owe him anything.
So Jay, when Vanessa called this off, was this
It's
her
cute when you say
initiating it, or were you also seeing what was happening between her and Nick and feeling like you wanted to pull the plug?
No. Just felt like the experience was unnecessary at a certain point. I had discovered a lot about myself. I know this is my person. I'm good to go now. Like, if Vanessa wants to stay, I think at one of the cocktail parties, she's like, I'm getting a lot out of this experience. I'd like to stay. We continue.
So nothing of Nick threatened you in your relationship?
No. Like, I had already kind of figured out a lot.
So, obviously, the four of you made a decision to leave. That was best for you. But you have to also recognize that it did have a lasting impact on other people's experiences throughout this.
Yeah, I will just say, like, I think in the moment, because I know I said something, like, I was upset when you left Nick, because it's like, you know, we all signed up for this, we know what the thing is, and then we're already in the process, and then you leaving, it did impact, then Dave left, and then Micah and Chanel. So it does have a domino effect, and it's tough for the rest of us. I don't blame you for leaving, but it impacted the dynamic of all of us, and it was hard. And it was obviously really hard for Nick to be by himself, you know?
It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you both.
Really?
No, it was the worst thing I ever went through, and now I'm in a great place.
Do you feel like you, Vanessa, got your ultimatum question answered by Dave?
I do. I think that it opened up a lot of dialogue between us that we weren't really having before. So it did help us progress in many different ways.
Like she said, I think we talked about a lot of things that helped us get to a new level after the show, because we came out of that just like a rocket. Like we wanted to talk about kids, we wanted to talk about the future a lot more than we ever had.
Yeah.
So I think it was very enlightening for both of us to see that we were aligned as we talked about things that were like 5-10 years down the road.
I'm
Which
doing
was
that
awesome.
bitch already,
I'm
armed
still
and ready.
100% wanting to marry Vanessa, and that is the clear next step.
Hell yeah.
Dave said that a
I'll
proposal
be
might be
in there
coming
knowing y'all
soon.
better not try to lie to this woman.
Yeah, right. No
We
proposals.
can take you ring shopping.
I'll sit back knowing.
You can come next
He won't
Just
say it.
enjoy it. I done been through it with you already at
I
this
just have
point.
one thing to say. Is there something very untrue on the show? Was that Vanessa farts and I don't like it? I don't not like it. It's just they are disgustingly smelly.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out.
Thank you guys so much for coming, and we wish you all the best.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Sandy and Nick.
Nick, what happened between the two of you after the experience ended?
Basically, the way it unfolded was I wasn't ready to ask Sandy to marry me. It wasn't going to happen at that point. So at the end, when you see me going like this, I was not going for a ring, I was going for a piece of paper. Her visceral reaction to me going to that movement, I saw how removed she was from me. I could just tell that was it. And then I begged and pleaded, please, let's figure this out. She agreed, and I agreed that I needed to get some help. I was drinking a lot, and that's scary for me because, you know, it's been something that I've had to really look at this year. I went to recovery, Sandy took me there, and then she decided a week into that she didn't want to do that, and she went on a trip, and she's been pretty much tripping ever since.
Sandy,
Shit,
your
shit.
perspective.
Yeah, I mean, pretty accurate. Like we broke up at the end of the ultimatum day. I didn't go through all of this to just stay in a relationship afterwards. It was either like an engagement or a breakup. I
She
have
got a point.
so much love for Nick. We have a very, very special, deep connection, and love
Very,
is not
very
the
special
problem.
deep.
It's just we're looking at this in terms of a life
I love
partner.
you with every fiber in
And
my
going
body.
through this process,
It's not the fact that maybe she
I
do
saw
care about him.
a
She's
lot of
just retarded.
things
She don't have
that
the vocabulary at all.
it showed me that he's not the right
This
life
bitch
partner
talk
for
like
me, and
Donald
vice
Trump.
versa. You know, we got the answers that we came here for.
Nick.
And then she like was thinking about
sad,
it.
I was sick, I was using alcohol to try to numb myself. I was self-medicating. I was frustrated with being in an
Told you
experience
she's
where
dumb.
I felt
Yeah,
unseen,
listen, how you
and
I was so
honestly,
medicated.
like,
This was so
I've been with Sandy for a
frustrating.
while,
Like,
and yeah, like, we've
can't
always
be her.
seeing her
Dumb
touch
for you,
and flirt in front of another man like that quick was fucking.
Bitch only
I
gonna
don't
use
know.
nothing more than 2
I
syllables.
thought date one.
I don't
Like,
understand.
and
He's
I
the
was
most
continuously
hated.
trying to
It's
get in
because
between
he's the
them.
realest
I
nigga
felt
on there.
abandoned. I felt
The realest
unloved. I
motherfucker
felt
is always
scared.
the most
And
hated,
a lot
bro.
of that
Don't nobody like him.
darkness, unfortunately,
He
was
was
directed
actually
to.
going through.
So
some
she
shit
was
talking
getting
about
bombarded
it was just hard for
with
me to
an
just playing
emotionally
victim.
aggressive energy from me, and still then finding something that was maybe beautiful between the two of you. I don't know. I watch it back and I don't have the same attachment now because
So tired of them.
I just don't, and we've been through so much hell.
Copy.
But like, I still love you, and I would have wanted you to have an honest experience. And I'm sorry that I fucked it up for you in whatever way.
Well, we saw you go over to the apartment. That was very hard to watch for everybody, and I'm sure to relive it. But were there other times that Nick was trying to infiltrate you?
That was also
Yeah,
one of
every
the
day,
hardest
every
days
day.
in my life.
And guess what? It didn't stop after the show either. It wasn't just that day or that week. It's been the last year. Like,
damn.
It's like, it's been a lot.
Crazy.
It has been a lot. I'm really exhausted with my relationship with Nick.
Well, I think you mentioned some of the struggles that Nick was having changed how you showed up for JR.
Obviously, there was a lot of bombarding with communication. There were many boundaries crossed in that. And that did impact the way that I was kind of showing up with JR.
Trust me, I wish I could have let you guys just go.
How do you think it would have changed their dynamic?
I think they probably would have, you know, been able to be less fearful of following a clear, honest connection with each other. I think I got in the way because I was fucked up about it. Like, I would, if that's how I felt with somebody else, I'd have a real hard time not pursuing it.
So you guys haven't seen each other?
We haven't spoken, seen each other, nothing.
No DMs.
No DMs.
Outside of like literally checking in when this all ended.
Maybe the first week when it first ended,
You
and I even told you.
Holidays.
And I told you about that.
Yeah.
So
So why would
reached
you
out.
say no contact?
So, Nick, you may have heard Mariah tell Sandy she didn't think that you were husband material. What did you think hearing that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta be careful when you fall in love with an artist. Like, it's gonna be a different lifestyle than most. And like, where my passion and creativity comes from, I definitely would not be a good husband to most people, but I would be a phenomenal husband to the right person.
Are you seeing anyone right now, Nick?
Yes, I am.
And you said that with a smile.
Yes, yes. I've met somebody wonderful, and I feel excited about being with somebody I feel so authentically me with.
Thank you, Nick, so much. And JR, you good? You seeing anybody? You living life?
I'm good. Like I said, I've taken this time to do some journeying for myself.
Nigga,
and
shut the fuck up. You fucking
working out
hoes.
some demons that I had in the past. And I'm in a good spot right now. I'm not dating anyone. I haven't dated since the experiment. And, you know, just
Talking about I'm a
living.
sex addict.
Thank you, JR. Zana, how about you, girl? How you doing? Seeing anybody?
I'm not seeing anyone. I've been going out on dates, exploring on the streets, but not like that. But like, you know, just like, okay. I truly, truly took the time to prioritize healing. But outside of that, I've been thriving. I've been happy. I actually froze my eggs earlier this year. So I know I talked about it on the show, and that's something that I was excited to do for myself for my 33rd birthday. And I know it was a lot of unpacking and a lot of emotions with JR today, but I do just want to say that it's not all bad. Like, I still think you are a good human. I think you have great qualities. You just have to understand that everything that I had to relive and the perspective that I had of you and what I see now is the complete opposite. So it was very hurtful. But you are a good person, and you did show up for me even with the egg freezing because you live across the street, and you helped me with a few of my injections. So I am very thankful
That's
for
what's so hurtful about what you said. It's like I would do anything for you.
Totally get that. And look,
Except
at
for
the end of the
Mary.
day, I think the ultimatum was beneficial for you guys because you realized, A, how much you love these people. You've been together for years. You are a good person. There is good in all of us. You're just not put together. And I thank you so much for opening up again to us because it has been an incredible season. It's great catching up with every single one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. But before we go, we want to tell you about something super exciting we're going to share with everyone also watching at home.
That's right, you can now experience the same high-stake decisions and drama, if you want to, that will put your love to the test. Now, only on Netflix games for iOS and Android, play The Ultimatum Choices. Are you ready to marry or move on? For now, I'm Nick Lachey.
And I'm Vanessa Lachey. Thank you so much. And as always, here's to love.
Do you think it's gonna be a season?
Like that she went over there and had something like that. You know that. What you said?
You you think it's gonna be a season where at the end like this, a motherfucker start fighting? Do you think anybody's gonna fight in any of these episodes?
No. Ain't too brown on here.
Yeah, this ain't Zeus.
Yeah.
This ain't Tubi and Zeus.
You're so patient. Just let me run the show.
Finally finished
I initiated the conversation with Hunter about an ultimatum. I'm ready to make the next step. And
You what, Gavin?